Hello everyone, it's been a while, isn't it? I was in Japan and then I was in Italy and then I was in US. So yeah, hello, how are you doing? For those of you that are very impatient, today we are going to try to make this, but only with watercolor and only with one color, because this is the series in which I use just one color at a time and yeah, studied. Well, usually I study live, but it has been a while, and today I wanted just to go and do stuff. So I already started it. We are going to use this little space here and use myself as a reference, because this is something that I sketched the other day, and I thought that it has enough contrast to actually be useful on this technique here as well. And just for all of you that thinks, oh, my sketchbook is awful, it's not pretty as the one that you see in social media. This is my sketchbook, okay? It's messy, completely messy. Sometimes you have nice stuff. Sometimes you have kind of what the hell is that stuff. It's fine, just testing around. If you don't test up, it's not gonna work. So let's go. And I don't think I can put this in camera. Well, you saw it. We were gonna replicate it. Since I came back from Japan a while ago and I haven't used those yet, I think I'm gonna use this. They cost this much, that I think it's around, oh, I don't remember how much is this. I think 10 euro or something like that. I guess that around $10. It's actually the first set of brushes that I brought there. They're supposed to be for calligraphy, but anyway, we're going to use them for watercolor. And yeah, I haven't used them yet. So let's see. There are 3 of them, so we're gonna pick one. And since our look how cool this is. I thought this was plastic, but then I noticed that in this kind of brushes, I think it's kind of bamboo or something. Like, it's not plastic. It feels plastic a little bit, but it's not plastic. Interesting. Or I guess, I don't know. When I see here, it looks really like plastic. Those people are incredible. So our surface is very small, so I would say we for sure are gonna exclude this one because it's too big. So let's go with this one for the biggest shape, and maybe this one for the highlights. So let's start for this one. About this technique, this is something that I saw online. I can't remember the creator. If I find them, I will tag them for sure. But it's basically the idea in which you use watercolor only watercolor. You don't sketch before. You try to grab your reference. In this case, well, it would be a sketch, but in general, you can do it with a photo. Try to understand the color, like contrast, and just go with that. So not that many details in the sketch itself. For example, here I have this person walking with a bag and whatever that is with their hair. And I noticed that from first attempt to second, the more contrast there is, the better the idea seems to be. So this looks like a ghost. This looks like an actual person that is avoiding a banana that is here and she's gonna split. So yeah, let's go with this beautiful lady here from Japan, actually, because this is a sketch from Japan. And yeah, oh, and I'm pretty sure somebody will ask me what kind of pen I use, because that happens all the time. So the pen comes actually from Japan. It's called Unicolor Ball 1, and I try, so it won, I don't remember at what time it won some like prize award for this cool clip design. And this is there is the super expensive one, and then there is this one that is basically a normal store, like grocery store pen. I think it was like 2-3 euro or something, and it's a ball pen. But the thing is that it goes so smoothly in the paper that I actually fall in love with it. And recently I asked a Vietnamese friend that I really, really like do that to me, to buy for me what's inside. Like, how is the name of these? I don't know. Many of these, because yeah, you can buy them separately. But if I bought it from Italy or Europe in general, it would cost so much that it doesn't make sense. But yeah, I got them, so I'm gonna use this forever. The only thing is that it's not waterproof. So I still use oh no, wait, this is another pen. I think this one is the same. I still try to use watercolor on it. And yeah, if you let it dry, it kind of work. But sometimes it could be a little bit messy. So yeah, make it dry. Or if you don't want to make it dry, just use another pen like this one. I think it's still from Pentel. This is the same brand. No, Uniball. Yeah, Uniball is Pentel, right? Well, I will let you know. But yeah, there are waterproof ink pen that you can use instead of this one. But this one is nice. So yeah, let's go. I've been blathering for so long. So today's guest, Galaxy Rose from Horadam. That is actually not from Horadam. Horadam is a collection of Schmincke. So this is from Schmincke. And since everybody keep asking me for the pigment, this is the pigment PBR33 PV16. PV16 seems like one of those things that Americans put on video games. Like, oh no, that's PG. So this is the color, and it's pretty nice. It had some sort of granulation. It should be super granulated color according to their marketing. I don't think this is super granulated, at least not in this kind of paper, and for sure not in this one. But still, the color is beautiful. So let's activate it with a little bit of water. Maybe I can just put it back where it belongs before adding the water, actually, so I avoid making a mess. And then these usually are very thick. Oh no, this is very fluffy. Good, because usually you need to wash and to use a lot of water in it to make it work. This one is so soft. I wonder which kind of, because this is not synthetic for sure. I wonder what that is. But yeah, so the idea is to having a very minimalistic style. So what I need to do is to have only two shades. One with a lot of pigment and another one with basically no pigment, because this way I can have a base, and then on top of this we can have like details. So let's start with the one with basically a lot of water to create the contrast. By the way, by the moment I will finish those pan colors, I'm definitely going to go for the tube. I love paint for the tube, but I didn't know when I started. Okay, so my beautiful woman has a nice hat. So let's replicate the hat in here. Then she has curly hair that is going here, right? Something like this. And then she has this kind of hoodie, a hand. She has a phone in her hand, taking a selfie. By the way, this woman was, how cool is this? This woman was taking a selfie of Mount Fuji. How cool is that? Like, I wouldn't expect in my life to go to see Mount Fuji, because I thought, yeah, what's about a mountain? Like, it's just a mountain, leave it alone. But then there is the whole culture around it. Like, they have spirits that live in the mountain, and they have, well, they call it kami. I'm not sure if they are spirits. And then there is so many people in there, so you get actually curious. And this person is getting too big to fit in my page. Well, who cares? This person won't have legs. Is that a problem? I don't think so. Nice. Maybe more curly hair here. And then she needs to have, so this is the phone, she needs to have a elbow somewhere. Let's guess the elbow will be here, and then she also needs to have the rest of her jacket. Now, this is terrible. But again, you try, you fail, you try it again, you succeed. Now, the beauty is that since this is just a sketch, I don't give a shit. Most importantly, it's fine. It's not a problem. We are working for contrast. And I just realized her head was supposed to be completely white, and I make it pink because I'm a genius apparently. So what are we going to do? We still want to keep the contrast. So the second layer will be way more pigmented, and this will be just an idea. By the way, this person also have some sort of t-shirt that was very long, so let's put it in here. Yeah. And the bag should be more down here. Now, if you do this, at some point you will realize that your color are going to be completely messy, and that's happened when you didn't get your coffee and you start to record a video and Sunday morning. So please don't do that. Yeah, don't. Now this part here is dry, so let's go with the next brush. Our superstar. If you know what this is, you can actually buy it. Then we need to break the nibs, but again, very nice nibs. Is this called nib? I guess it's called brush, but I don't know. In watermark, it's in no watermark. Marker, alcohol markers, it's called nib, but I guess that's a nib, so the brush. Ooh, it's so soft and at the same time so strong. I love this. Okay, now let's focus. We need some curly hair. So oh, this is way too wet. Let's add some random texture here to make people think that this person have curly hair. Now the curly hair also goes here. Yeah, they fall on her shoulders and then they go in front. So let's put in here. Nice, curly hair. Then we want to underline that she has a hat, so let's go with nice shapes, something like this. Nice. And then if we want, we are going to do something there. Now this is getting dirty, but it's not a problem. We can fix it later. Now let's underline everything else. So here we need a little bit of this. Ooh, look how thin this thing is. Oh my god, you clearly is going to become one of my favorite brush ever. Oh, this is so nice. You know when you find that brush that you're like, oh, this is the brush, you know? Like when you see those programs like, oh, this is the dress, or this is my house, or whatever. Well, this is the brush. So detailed. Now, this phone definitely doesn't seem like a phone, so let's make it more phone-ish. Something like this. I mean, we want just to suggest that that's a phone. And then she also has a thumb here somehow. Well, again, just suggesting of shape. It's watercolor anyway. We don't want it to be completely perfect. Otherwise, why ever you choose watercolor in the first place? Now, for the bag, this is way too high. And this is way too low. So let's find something in between. Okay, so this needs to be here. Her hips will be something like here. So let's try to put in there. And then we figure out what the hell is there. Okay, I think here is better. And then this should be like her clothes. We need to add some shadow here, but we are going to do that not with super high pigmented color. Now, I have a mess here. How do we fix a mess? First of all, it could be a texture of the background, and I think that's where we are going, because this is going to keep staying white, so I think we can actually go for that, and we are going to do it later though, because first I want to finish this bag. So the bag has some something like this and something like that, and then we can make it very dark in here, so it seems that it had some sort of shadow, right? Then make this to close the bag, and then we are missing the other side of the bag here. Nice, we got ourselves a bag. Now I want to add some shade on this jacket, hoodie. It's not a hoodie, I guess it's a jacket. And in the sketch, I actually use a technique that, again, I found for somebody online that I cannot remember. They was making these shapes like this, and I really like it because it makes so easy. Like this one, I tried to have just strokes, but it was so mad. And look at the face of this person. This person, by the way, was wearing candles on her hat because apparently it was some sort of Lucia day. And this Lucia person has candles in their hat. So yeah, I was sketching on a bar, and yeah, that happened. A person completely randomly get into the room with candles on their head. The world is a beautiful place. But anyway, yeah, I can replicate some of those kind of shapes here. Polygon, I guess they are called. Okay, so I think some shade will be here. Here there will be some, because this is another layer. So it makes sense to have some shade. And then armpit, some shade here as well. Something here, something there. How do I choose? Completely randomic, don't ask me. Just sometimes it's good, sometimes it's terrible, sometimes you're like, oh, am I even doing it right? No, but who cares? Ta-da! We have our sketch. Oh, wait, her pants are gone. No, come back. I hope you're listening to me while you're doing other things, because this would be hilarious. Like, imagine your partner get into the room and there will be some random person from the internet say, oh, the pants are gone. And your partner will be like, interesting. Excuse me, what are you exactly watching? Oh, it's watercolor tutorial. Oh, really? Isn't it? So, yeah, have fun with your partner. Okay, I think this has been becoming messy enough. Let's bring back our first friend, that we still love it, even if we love the other more, but don't tell it, it's not polite. Okay, because I want to add here some random texture, so that this random texture here will be kind of justified. What is that? We don't know. We care? No, we don't. La. Perfect. Now, I just realized that I introduced you to this technique, and then I done one that have something like line art in it, and that's, I think it's just because I use as a reference a sketch. So, yeah, learn from my mistake. Don't use your own sketch as a like reference, because there are no photo and there is no shadow, actual shadow in your reference, because it's a sketch, and you're like, damn it. Okay, before I start to oh, look, you can do some sort of texture with this. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, before I start to overwork this thing, that for sure is gonna happen pretty soon. This is today's video. Maybe I'll do another one in which I actually do this technique. But yeah, have fun. Bye.